Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. Happy Valentine's Day. Most guys give their wives flowers and candy and stuff like that for Valentine's Day. I'm taking Kelly for a trip up to Topeka to do some research for the next book. Say, Happy Valentine's Day, baby. Thank you. Maybe we'll stop off at McDonald's to get I don't know if they have a Valentine-shaped hamburger, you think? We'll stop anyway, happy Valentine's Day. And there's no better way that I would like to spend Valentine's Day than really on the road with her. So we're going to run up and do some looking around to get information for the next book. As you know, I just finished The Blessings of Freedom, and I have kind of an exciting announcement to make on that. Probably make it Wednesday. We'll just kind of see, make sure how things are working out, but I'll get back to you on that. So I was watching a video. It's been a few days, might have been last week, I don't know, it's been kind of hectic the last week or so, but it was a video by Joe Fox over on Viking Preparedness, and he was talking about a video that I don't think it was the main subject of his video, but he was talking about a video that he had watched by, what was the guy's name? Mike Glover, who's an SF guy, with a SEAL whose name I don't remember. I'm sure that a lot of you out there will know. You probably watch their channels. I don't watch a lot of those channels. It's just because. I'm not that interested in that, but I have seen a couple of Glovers. Anyway, this kind of because Joe mentioned them, I recalled having seen the video that he's talking about, and it was Glover and this SEAL were doing kind of a challenge. I think they each had $50, and they were going to go in a Walmart and get what they would need for either to get home or to survive for a certain amount of time, or I don't remember exactly what the parameters were. It doesn't matter. But anyway, they both going to have $50 and go in and get get what they thought they needed. And then they were going to come out and prepare, or compare. I'm sorry. So they went in, and I don't remember if they showed what they were doing on the way, but anyway, they came back out, and then they shared what they had gotten. And I recall, and I'm not going to take the time to go back and watch it all again. I recall that Glover was pretty good. I didn't agree with everything that he got, and I think some things could have been improved. The SEAL was just ridiculous. The things that he came out with, it's one of those head shaking things, and you think that guys with this kind of training would have a better grasp of, that they would be able to go into a place and go click, 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 here's what I need, here's what I need, here's what I need. And now I don't want to get out of my lane here, because I wasn't military. But I would think that especially those guys in the special operations would have a good grasp, like I say, of here are the basic things that I need. Here's a big store. I ought to be able to get, what I need here. Let me go get it. $50 worth. Well, he wasn't. He came out with stuff that was just ridiculous. And then I don't know why that is. Some of you guys, some of you military guys who come in here and give me your opinion, my immediate opinion would be, well, they're issued their equipment, number one. They are trained to work in teams and in groups, and they have, support systems that go back out the yaya, right? So they have a tendency, as I'm speaking of this like I see the police also too often do, because I worked in an area where I had to rely more on my own resiliency, shall we say, my self-reliance than most police did. And so I had a different approach to it. So maybe that's what's going on with the military, is that, having a lot of support and and your equipment issued to you and provided to you, your mindset isn't really on, basic preparedness and survival situations. And I know, they go through SEER and they go through, a lot of stuff, but apparently, whether that should have prepared him to be able to do better, it didn't. So he came out just, it was horrible. It reminds me, before I get to the point here, and I'm going to bring this around to a point, it reminded me of another one that I had seen. And like I say, these things just pop up. I don't really watch very many of them, but they pop up on my feed, so sometimes I'll click on it. And it was a group of special ops guys sitting around a little table or an oil drum or something like that, doing a pocket dump. And so I watched that, and I don't remember who was in it. For all I know, something tells me that same SEAL was in this, but I'm not sure. And there was 4 or 5 of them, and they each went through and showed what they carried in their pockets. And I was amazed at how poorly equipped they were, to be real honest, with their EDC, their pocket dumps. I mean, one of these days, I guess I'll do one on what I carry, and it's pretty good. And these guys, I didn't get it. So anyway, I think that speaks to one thing, and that is, the military, just like anybody else, just like the police, like doctors, like lawyers, like everybody else, you're going to have people who are better prepared in some areas than others. You're going to have people with different mindsets than in others. And so you shouldn't, just automatically think that somebody with a particular background is going to be all that when it comes to, whatever you're after. Now, the military does great preparations. They do great training. And I know some of just exceptional people that came out of the military. And I also know some who were very marginal. So, that's the thing. People, judge people individually. Some are going to be more prepared than others, and it has, you need to judge them for what they have, not for what they are. The other thing that I wanted the main point of this is getting to kind of what Joe's point was as he talked about this, and that was that both of these people implied, I don't know if they came right out and said it, but they implied that, hey, they were going to do what they had to do to survive and to get home. And if that meant taking your stuff, well, then they were going to use their skills. And these guys have great skills when it comes to interpersonal violence. They were going to use their skills to take what they needed from whoever they needed to take them from. Now that was disappointing, to say the least. And I won't say I'm shocked. I've known, just because somebody has a certain job doesn't mean they should be held up as a moral standard. And it's too bad, but I was really kind of surprised, and I was really disappointed in that. Here's the point I'm getting at. If and when everything goes down, you are going to be dealing with all sorts of folks who are going to be presenting you challenges. Some of them are going to be highly trained. And without the moral compass that is going to keep them on the straight and narrow, as it were, they're not going to be out there going by the golden rule. And if you stand between them and their survival, well, you're going to have a job on your hands. And I think that you need to keep that in mind and be prepared for that. Now, how do you be prepared for that? Well, if you've got really good training, okay, that's step one. But even before that, it's the realization that these are things you may have to deal with. So if it's if it's allowing people into your group, don't just say, hey, this guy was special operations, or this guy was a SWAT guy, or this guy is a this or that, or whatever. You better take a good hard look at what their moral foundation is. Because if it's good, then they're an asset. If it's not good, they're a danger. And then getting beyond who and what you accept into your group. And let me expand on that for just a second. This is also why I don't recommend forming groups beforehand necessarily for that reason, not forming mags and things like that for the specific reason of survival, because you're going to have people attracted to your group who are coming because of that particular goal. And you're going to have people of all different kinds and a spectrum of ethics and morality and such as that. But form people of your friends and people that you know, and make a good moral foundation one of your very first requirements. So now, going back to beyond not letting these people in your groups, because you will have brought an enemy inside your group. Realize you might have to deal with these kind of people coming from the outside. These people pose a tremendous threat. Now, I don't know how many of them are out there, but a good portion of the population as a whole will do whatever it takes, meaning taken from you and whatever, to ensure their survival. And I doubt that it's any different among military or police or anyone else. And when you get guys that are supremely trained, they pose a significant risk. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say about that. We're going to go up and do a little research in Topeka for the next book. And let's keep an eye on what's happening up in Canada and other places with these truckers. I'm going to be doing a video here in a little while about what may happen next over on American Reversion. Again, for any of you who may not be over on American Reversion, I know there's plenty of you that aren't over there yet. That's where we really get to talking about what's going on with the country and the economy, and how we are trying to have an effect on what's going on, so that things that we talk about on integrated preparedness might not happen. Okay? Well, you all have a good day. Remember that we prepare well we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Preparing well today means taking a good hard look and a realistic look at what some of our threats could be, and what what we need to do to mitigate those threats. So you all have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.